Hello there, I'm Surang from English Win, and this is the second part of tenses aspect part of the lesson. And then last video we did about aspect using this picture, and I showed you the way that we can express the idea that what's happening there in using different tenses, and that is what aspect is. And then I think you got the idea. So today I'm going to illustrate a different thing. Yes, today basically I'm focusing on timeline. When learning tenses, you have to think about timeline. Timeline is a sort of imaginary line of that represents time. So that is, it has past, present and future. And when we talk about events, we can place the events on the timeline at different places and showing the connection, the relations of different separate events. So that is that. So therefore, shall we go to the timeline and see how they operate? Yes, this is timeline. You can see that this is past time, that is past. This is future. This is time speaking. Now, at the time of speaking, I'm here. Now the time is, I think, 8:30, so I'm here. This is the point, 8:30 p.m. This is past, this is future, time speaking, yeah. You have the idea. So one very important thing is, when we learn tenses, how can we locate, place events on the timeline? I'm not going to teach you tenses today, not really aspects in a way, but I'm going to show you how different situations are placed on the timeline so that we can study, we can get the idea perfectly. Okay. So this is really useful to show actually the aspect, not the time. Time is mentioned here, past, present and future, the time, 3 times, and it is a known fact. But what we are going to do is to show you different aspects, different ways that we see all these things. Yeah, this is time of speaking. Time speaking here. Now the time 8:30 we say. Now around at 8:30 I'm doing something. I use this sort of wavy line to show you something is happening. Something is happening. What's happening here? I'm teaching. The time speaking. I'm teaching here now. So at this time, this is future. Maybe I'm going to future, doing teaching. Maybe I have started teaching in past. That's it. So past, present, future. Right, shall we? A girl is drinking coffee. Now, time of speaking. A girl is drinking coffee. Now. So, and she's drinking coffee, we can say. You know that this is present continuous tense. Everybody knows this. She's drinking coffee. She's drinking coffee. Now she's drinking coffee at 8:30. She's drinking coffee. So we can use present continuous tense. I'm not going to teach you present continuous tense now, but I just show at the time of speaking, there can be something happening, something going exactly at present. So emphasis on action. Emphasis is, the idea we are thinking about, we are focusing on the action. We don't want to think about the time she started. We have no idea when she's going to finish drinking coffee. It's okay, no problem. We don't want to know about all these things. What we are interested is, now she is drinking coffee. Now she is drinking coffee. Now she is drinking coffee. That is what we know. That is what we are interested in. What is happening at the time of speaking. So emphasis on action. So we are thinking about the action, not duration, when she started or when she is going to finish. No, we don't want that. We are thinking about only the action. Aspect continuous. Why continuous? It's happening, it's happening, it's happening. So that is why we call it continuous, you have the idea. So this is present continuous. Why? This is happening at present, this is happening at present. So now something is continuing, so therefore this should be present continuous tense. I'm not going to teach you present continuous tense now. This is the idea. Things continue. Maybe this is happening at present, maybe in past, maybe in the future, maybe future continuous, or maybe past continuous, and so on. Yeah. She started drinking coffee at 9:30, now it is 10 p.m. 9:30 p.m., 10 p.m. She's drinking coffee, for a long period of time, as you say. So she's drinking coffee, she's drinking coffee, she's drinking coffee, she's drinking coffee, she's drinking coffee. Half an hour. Maybe she's drinking number of cups of coffee. For some reason, maybe it is really cold. That must have the reason. Whatever the reason is, now she is drinking coffee. The period is half an hour, 9:30 to 10 p.m. So that is completely different from the first example. She's drinking coffee. Now she's drinking coffee. When we say she's drinking coffee, we are focusing on the action. But here what happens? Something different has come. Something different has come to the timeline. What is that? That is a period. A period has come. Now it is different. Now it is not this sentence now. That should be different. This sentence tells us about something happening at the time, at that particular time. But now we have a period. Do you think that we can express the idea using she is drinking coffee with that particular period? Emphasis on period now. We are focusing on period, not especially the drinking coffee. That also should be focused. Drinking coffee should be focused. But other than that, other than her drinking coffee, we are focusing on a period, a long period. That is completely different thing. So therefore that should not be this particular sentence. The sentence should be different, as it has a period. So we don't want this sentence. That is not the sentence now we are using. She is drinking coffee, that's okay, but she's drinking coffee, she's drinking coffee, she's drinking coffee, she's drinking coffee, drinking for a long period of time. So then that should not be this sentence essentially. Then what should we do? Yes, she has been drinking coffee. She has been drinking coffee. Now, you understand that there are 2 points on the timeline connected. 2 points on the timeline connected. Starting drinking and still she is drinking. 2 points on timeline connected, related, and for the whole period that's been happening. Yeah. So we can say she has been drinking coffee. This is actually perfect continuous. Why perfect? Perfect is on timeline if 2 different points, maybe that is present and past, maybe future and present, maybe past and another past time. When 2 points connected, related, that is perfect on timeline. So therefore 2 points, 2 different occasions connected, so therefore it is perfect. It is happening continuously, therefore continuous. So therefore this is perfect continuous. As it comes to present, this should be present perfect. So therefore this is present perfect. If this event happens in future, so that is future perfect. If this goes to past, that should be past perfect. Past connection, past perfect. Present past connection, present perfect. Future and a point in the past connected, that is future perfect. We are learning about these perfect tenses when you are doing tenses. What I want to tell you is actually there are occasions where we have to think about 2 events or 2 points on the timeline, they being connected. There are times that they are not connected, but here they being connected. So here emphasis, our focus is on not drinking specially, we do have, but at the same time we have to focus especially on the period. What is this? 9 a.m. Now it is 11 a.m. She started doing homework. This girl started doing homework. Right? Now it is 10 a.m. She finished doing homework. Now it is okay. Started at 9 a.m. She finished at 10 a.m. It is finished. Now she is here. It is present. Now 11 a.m. Now I am here. The girl is here. She has the paper done. She has the paper answered, the homework and everything. Now she is not thinking about the time she was doing homework. Now she has the paper. Now that is what is interesting. She is interested in the paper. Oh, I've done my homework. She is not thinking about the past event, that how she was doing that. Madhuru tala tala karapu hati kalpana karan ඕනේ නැහැ. දැන් මට මගේ මම මේක කරලා. මම මගේ කරලා. මෙන්න paper එක තියෙනවා මම homework කරලා කියන idea එක දැන් තියෙන. යාට පස්සේ වැඩක් නැහැ. So therefore now she is basically focusing on the result. This is the result. Past event, now I have the result. Oh, action. Action is in the past. Now result is in present. Completed. This action has been completed. Okay. Action completed in the past. Now I have the result. Yeah. So you can see 2 points connected on the timeline. 2 points mean one action and a point in present. Point at present and one action in the past connected. So 2 places connected, that should be perfect. Perfect. The idea should be perfect. Connected. 2 points in timeline connected. That should be definitely something perfect. So I've done my homework. Mang homework karla. I've done my homework. Emphasis on result. Mang homework kala nami. Mang homework karla. Mang homework karla. Emphasis on the result. Yeah, that is it. Focusing on the result. Perfect. This is present perfect. Why? The past comes to present. The result is at present. So therefore, what is this? Past, 1990. This is myself drinking coffee. I drank coffee in 1990 and 2000, 2010. In past, I drank coffee. Yeah, hundreds of times. And then 2020, 2030, now it is time speaking. And now I am even drink coffee these days. And then 2030 I would drink coffee. If I live, I would drink coffee in 2040. Let's say. So, in past, I had coffee. Present, I have coffee. Basically, I'm having coffee. And then, in the future, I will have coffee when I have coffee. Yeah. So therefore, what is this? Coffee, drink coffee, I will drink coffee. So this is my habit. That is a sort of habit, you understand. Kopi bone එක මගේ පුරුද්දක් එතකොට. මේවා බලපුවාම අපිට පේනවා මේවා completed actions, completed. I start drinking coffee, I finish drinking coffee. Completed. I start drinking coffee, I finish drinking coffee. I start drinking coffee, I finish drinking coffee. Complete, separate events. I drink coffee. So I would say I drink coffee. Mang kopi bono. Kopi bono. Yes, I drink coffee. I drink coffee. That is my habit. Yeah. Actions. These actions basically regular. Regular means nitibata. And then complete. Kopi bagene visi karala duwanne. And I complete that action. And then complete, complete, complete. And repeated. It comes again and again, repeated. And consecutive. Consecutive means one comes after another. That is, after this event, a similar event comes. After this event, a similar event comes. Consecutive. Ekalanga sidduwena anuyata. The idea. And drinking coffee is regular. My drinking coffee is complete actions. My drinking coffee is repeated. My drinking coffee is consecutive. That is, I'm doing it again and again. So that's why I say that is one of my habits. One of the things that I'm thinking about here is, this is basically simple present tense. But when it comes to simple present tense can be used to express different types of ideas, maybe 12, 13, 14 types of completely different ideas. Basically, they are permanent, right? Simple present tense is permanent. So if I say, I live with my parents, that is a permanent idea. I live with my parents, maybe for the whole life I would be with my parents. I live with my parents. If I say I'm living with my parents, that is present continuous tense, that is not permanent. Maybe I'm thinking of going to a different part of the country or going abroad or something like that. That is not permanent. If my living with my parents is not permanent, I would say I'm living with my parents. If not permanent, then temporarily. And if my living with parents is rather permanent, I would say, oh, I live with my parents. Oh, where do you live? Oh, I live with my parents. Where do you live? I'm living with my parents. Then the listener knows that, this is not permanent. So therefore, these four things basically do not represent simple present tense. Always there are very many ways that simple present tense can be used when it comes to tenses. So we will learn all these things when we do tenses, don't worry. So what I want to tell you is, a similar things can be marked on timeline. Regular, complete, repeated, consecutive actions. Maybe they are in the past, maybe they are in the future, maybe they are with present. Clear, right? Maybe I smoked a lot at university. Those days, So I did not. 1982, say 1990, I smoked. That is repeated actions, but not at present. That is in the past. Repeated similar actions, similar gedi actions in the past. So this is the thing. So therefore, I want to tell you is, basically, when you think about, these are the aspects, different ways that we can see how things happen. So in today's lesson, I wanted to show you that there can be continuous actions, maybe momentary, that is at one particular point, maybe continuous, maybe present continuous or past continuous or future continuous, and so on. Maybe the action would be longer, so it represents a period. So then it becomes basically perfect continuous. And idea perfect is 2 points in the timeline. Maybe this is an event happened for a long period of time, and 1 point here. Maybe you cannot exactly say what sort of places are connected, but somehow 2 points are connected on the timeline. Then we call it perfect. If the event continuous, the perfect continuous, something like that. And then perfect continuous. So things like that we call simple. So simple it can be. So continuous, you have the idea. So perfect, the connection is the perfect, and perfect continuous is connected at the same time, continuous. This is the idea. So you will learn perfectly about aspect when we do the tenses themselves. So I suggest you, if you find that this one is difficult, there are places that you don't understand, you just go to the singular one. single video of the same lesson, and then you will understand everything. However, I suggest if your English level is not up to this level to learn things completely in English, that's okay, no problem. You would understand this perfectly if you watch my singular video of the same lesson. So that is the way that you should pick up the language. So then that is today's lesson. So I'm starting simple present to present continuous tense after this lesson. And then what I want to tell you is hit the like button, and next thing is don't forget to subscribe, and most importantly comment. I like to see what sort of things that you have to say about these lessons, and I'm coming with a brand new video. Bye.